Hey everybody, my name is Daniel Francik and I'm an acupuncturist here in Pullman, Washington. The video you're about to see is a exercise routine that the Chinese have done for thousands of years. It's called QiGong. Qi is a direct translation of energy or vital life force. Gong can mean accomplishment, cultivation, work. So the direct translation of it is basically accumulating life force or energy into your body. What else can I tell you? What you're going to see, what you won't see in the video as people are doing these exercises is when you are inhaling, I am putting the tip of my tongue on the back of my teeth where the gums meet my teeth, and my big toes are lifting up. Whenever I'm exhaling, I'm dropping my big toes and I'm letting my tongue go. That's something that usually will come after you're doing this for maybe a couple of weeks. You start to remember to start doing that. I don't expect anybody to know that or to remember to do that right off the bat. They're trying to learn all the motions. What I can tell you basically about some of these exercises is we are doing what is called the clearing or cleaning cycle in the very beginning. You're basically clearing out energetic channels, clearing out emotions, stress, pent-up energy that's in the body, and then when that's finally clear, then you start strengthening up internal organs, energy in the body. Natural side effects of doing QiGong are some people start to feel slightly lightheaded as they're doing it. That's okay, but if you feel like it's getting to a point where it's uncomfortable or you don't feel comfortable with it, just stop and take a break until your dizziness or feeling goes away. You might also start to notice that you're feeling tingling in your fingertips, in your whole body. That's normal. That's what energy is starting to come into your body and is starting to vibrate the body. You'll notice that if you do this, I'd say probably 3 times, within 3 days, you'll notice that libido is increasing, energy is increasing, metabolism is starting to go faster. You'll also probably notice that you're just feeling a little bit more energetic in general. The next part I'm going to tell you is just the Chinese usually discovered a couple of things that helped achieve longevity in their life, wellness in their life, and they created stories around it. Also just stuff they just passed down from generation to generation about how to stay healthy. I'm going to give you a couple of these that they taught us in school. One is moderation in all things. I've noticed that there is a mentality sometimes that if something is good, then a lot of it is better. And the Chinese say, no, that's not necessarily true. Recognizing where the healthy levels are and where it becomes a problem. I'm going to use exercise as an example. We all know that exercise is healthy for the body, and we also know that too much exercise can start to be damaging or unhealthy to the body. Too little exercise can also be damaging or unhealthy to the body. So it's finding that sweet spot in all things in your life, in socialization with friends, in your meals, in stress, in your work-life balance, finding the moderation in all of them. People who are working too much can begin to be unhealthy. People who are not working as much as they want to can also feel like it's an unhealthy balance. Another example could be dessert. A little bit of dessert is fine. Too much dessert can start to become an issue and everybody's level is going to be different, but it can start to become an issue. No dessert, I think, is too extreme, and that's also unhealthy. Sleep. I would say sleep is one of the most important things you can ever do for your body to help it in all of its cycles, as far as energy, as far as mental clarity, as far as repairing and regenerating tissues. And I'm going to give you a couple of tips that can help maximize sleep if you're having sleep issues. So if people are waking up throughout the night or waking up specifically between 1 and 3 in the morning, it's very possible that you are stressed out or that there is some type of a detox issue going on in your body. The recommendation is try to go to sleep before 11 p.m. and stay asleep from 11 to 3 in the morning. The Chinese say that there is a detox going on from your liver and gallbladder during that time, where it's basically dumping out all the toxins it's collected from the day. I know it's doing it during the day, according to Western medicine, but they say it does it a little bit extra during this time. Being asleep during those hours will help the liver be able to do that without having to filter more stuff that you're doing as far as eating, drinking, breathing. Try to avoid eating at least 2 hours before going to bed. People who have an issue of waking up frequently throughout the night, it could be just that their body is still digesting food. So not eating 2 hours before bed will actually help you sleep a little bit more soundly, a little bit more deeper. Your body will have more energy to invest in repairing and regenerating tissues instead of digesting food. You'll also notice that you probably wake up hungry in the morning, so you'll be more hungry for breakfast. For people that actually can't go to sleep because their mind is constantly racing and running, a good tip that they can try is not looking at any type of computerized screen for 1 hour before going to bed. If that's too extreme, you can try half an hour. The Western side of it is, Western medicine says that there is a blue light that is emitted from a screen that actually your brain mistakes for sunlight and will actually keep producing serotonin to keep you awake. When you stop looking at the screen, you still have serotonin that's still coursing through your system, and it takes about an hour to get it out of your system. Chinese medicine says when you are looking at a screen, your brain is really focusing on what you're seeing and is processing the information. A lot of energy and blood is coming up into your brain so that it can function and really digest what you're seeing. When you stop looking at a screen, it takes a while for the energy to start to settle back out of your brain. What else can I tell you? Another pearl of wisdom from Chinese medicine is try to mix it up in what you eat. I know that we all gravitate towards things that we really like and things that are our favorites. That's totally normal, and it's also a good idea to periodically try something you've never tried before. Add a fruit or a vegetable or a different type of food that you've never tried before. There's different vitamins, minerals, and enzymes that are in there that your body is not used to getting and might actually just help you just diversify your palate and help keep you healthy. Having an outlet for stress, emotions, and excess energy is really important. A good example of stress and emotions that are starting to build in the body is a tea kettle. When a tea kettle gets really, really hot, it starts spewing out steam. The human body is very similar. In our culture, American culture, stress is actually pretty high, I've noticed amongst a lot of us. And when stress starts to build up in the body, people will start to notice that they are getting irritable, that they're sighing a lot, that they start crying, or they cry at home later that day, or they feel like shouting or yelling, or they fantasize about giving it to their boss. What I would say for that is just know that if you feel like crying, if you feel like shouting, this is totally normal. It's one of the ways that your body is trying to vent out steam or stress. Giving yourself the outlets to do that is healthy. Try not to stop yourself from crying, like, oh, I shouldn't be crying, I don't know I'm crying. Just know that sometimes when you're crying or sometimes when you're angry, your body is just purging out emotions and stress, and you don't have to have a reason. Exercise is a great way to vent out excess energy and stress, even if it's just walking. It doesn't have to be real vigorous, but if you notice that you really have a lot of energy, vigorous exercise can help. The last and most important one, I don't know if this is a Chinese one or not, but it's something I've come across, and I would say be kind to yourself always, even when you think you don't deserve it. I've noticed that in a lot of people that I work with in my clinic, if there is a lot of emotional and mental stress, there's usually an underlying feeling that they don't deserve to be kind to themselves because they haven't been on their diet 100%, or they're not exercising enough, or they don't think their body looks the way they want it to. And I would say, well, let's just be kind to ourselves now and know that we can work on those things, and it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You know, moderation is really important. So when you're being kind to yourself, don't reference the past at all, saying, well, I don't deserve it because of I have or I haven't done this. Just know that in this moment, you deserve kindness no matter what.